So as part of Best Selfology, I have decided to start doing book reviews on some of the books that I have been recommended and have really loved. I have been lately getting lots of recommendations, and some of the books I found hugely inspiring and have really taken something from. So I thought that I would share those books with other people. So the first book that I want to review is The Happiness Project by Gretchen Rubin. So this book was one of the first books that I read which really inspired me to start my own blog. I love Gretchen Rubin. She talks about habit forming, which is something that I'm hugely interested in, and I loved this book. I actually couldn't put it down. So what Gretchen talks about is she takes one element that she wants to change each month. So she splits it into 12 parts. There's 12 different things she wants to work on, and every month she looks at exactly what she wants to do, how she wants to do it, and it's almost like an experiment in terms of how can she form a habit to make some of those changes each month. So in the beginning of the book, she talks about two different things. The first thing is around her 12 commandments. So 12 commandments are the principles that she's defined of how she wants to work. So it almost gives her a framework to work in, which are things that are important to her that she wants to ensure she sticks to. The second bit she talks about, which I really love, is the secrets of adulthood, and these are just sort of lessons that she's learned along the way, and things that she just wants to remember. And just to give you an example, one of the things she says is what you do every day is more important than what you do once in a while. And another thing she says is what's fun for one person isn't necessarily fun for another person. And she has a long list of things that she has learned and that she wants to remember. And I think it's just really practical, useful things and really true. So for me, I really thought, yes, that some of these things are so true. So that's sort of the framework she sets, and then what she does is she says, okay, what are the things that I want to try and do that I believe will make me happier? What was really interesting for me is how many people I spoke to after reading the book, we agreed that we just don't really spend much time thinking about what truly makes you happy. So you kind of just get caught up in life, you do what you need to do, and you don't really take a step back to think, am I really spending my time doing the things that make me happy? So what Gretchen says, and what absolutely is true with this book, is it's not for someone who's unhappy. So this isn't a book about, I'm really depressed, what do I do? It's a book about people who want to actually really consider what makes them happy, and are they spending the time that they've got doing those things that make them happy. And it's also massively about habit formation and how you form habits to do the things that you want to do. So Gretchen then defines what she thinks would make her happier, the things that she wants to change, and then every month she tries to implement one of those things. I think what's great about the book is when I was reading it, some of the things that she was working on really resonated with me, and I was like, yes, I think that would make me happier. And then there's real practical tips about what she did, what worked well, ideas of what you can do. There's other things which were different from what I wanted to do, but what I liked about the book is that it gave you the advice of how you could do it for yourself, how you could identify what was important for you, and how you could go and try and implement in the same way she did. I also liked the fact that it was very real. She's not perfect. Some of the things worked well, some of the things she had to change or tailor. So it's not somebody who is saying, I'm perfect at this and this is how to do it. It's somebody saying this is how you give it a go and this is how you could possibly do it. So I found it hugely inspiring. Like I say, it was one of the key things that made me think I actually want to start my own blog and start looking into some of these things it myself. So hugely recommend the book. Hope the review was interesting for you. If you want to have a look at more of the stuff I've done, go to the Best Selfology website, which is in the link below. Okay, thanks.